Lamborghini with the cop car, with the pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. And the funny thing is, right now I'm using a police baton to prop up you know, my little spiel right there. It's a nice stick, ain't it? This is a stick up. All right, so I don't know what this reading's gonna be about, but we're talking about cops, police, police batons, stick ups, and I don't know what's gonna be about, but I was called to pull out 3 decks: a tarot deck, my crime deck, and my sneaky deck, which we didn't use last time, but we talked about. So maybe we'll get into it today. I don't know. I only got 25% battery. Pistol on my hip like I'm a cat. Death in the reverse. This makes me feel like somebody's being held back from some kind of beginning. It's like there's something waiting there for them, but like they're being delayed. Like I'm seeing it as a finish line, right? It's a finish line. But the person that's getting ready to cross the finish line, they have like this rope around their waist and somebody's just holding them back, and they're like running for it, and they're not getting anywhere because this person's. But I feel like this person too is like, while this person who has the rope around them is running for it, the person who's holding the rope, trying to hold them back, they're just getting dragged. Like I'm seeing heels in the dirt, and they're just getting dragged. Like they ain't stopping shit. So I'm going to say the person that's running towards that finish line is you. And there's somebody trying to stop you from reaching a destination. Because if you reach your destination, then that means they lose. We have justice in the reverse. And the 10 of cups. For some of you, this situation could be taking to court, and it involves a family situation. So your kids, your spouse, aunt, uncle, whatever. But somebody's trying to take you to court to keep you from something, or there's something going on legally that you may not even know about. You may be in the shadows about. But it's in connection with your family, and they're trying to keep you from getting something, like legally. We got the 3 of Cups. This makes me feel like this is a certain group or a certain clique of people. Like this ain't gonna resonate for everybody, but like you are being kept out of something by a group of people who are all clicked up together, and they're all like, you can't sit with us. We don't want you over here. But amongst their group, amongst their clique that you're excluded from, they're really tight knit. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because they are tight knit, but maybe somebody's gonna flip. Maybe somebody's conscience is bothering them because they know that leaving you out of something or doing this to you is wrong. We got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. That makes me feel like somebody is either trying to keep money or property from you, or somebody's just being stingy and greedy, or both. You know, somebody's keeping something from you because they're stingy and greedy. Maybe there's something that should be going to you that somebody else has accommodated, and they're sharing with their little cliquey group of friends or family or whatever, and they're not letting you have it because they're greedy. And in the meantime, while they're greedy, you're without. For some of you, this could be intentional, where somebody some people are just greedy. They don't give a fuck about your situation. They ain't got nothing to do with your situation. They just know they want what they want. But for others of you, these people want to keep you down financially, intentionally, on purpose. Like they only want it so you can't have it. Wow. Rude. 5 of Swords. Somebody, I feel like I said, some of this could be going on in the shadows. I feel like there's somebody behind the scenes who's planning and plotting on how to like either take you out. And I'm not saying physically, but it could be physically. Like somebody could be planning and plotting on how to take you out or how to hoodwink you. Get it? Hoodwink. And hoodwink was the hood, Little Red Riding Hood. I wonder if that's going to resonate with somebody. Anyway. My grandma, what big eyes you have. The better to see you with, my dear. uh, some of you have been getting fooled by your family. Some of you could think that someone is your family member and they're not. Like, I don't know if this is a father or a mother or if it's just simply like a lineage. But it's like you were being, like, you were shown one thing in your life, but really that person was an imposter because there's something legitimate elsewhere. But that has like been hidden intentionally on purpose, whether or not they hid themselves or somebody else tried to hide it from you. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there will be sun. Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. It's only a day away. So there will be some kind of illumination on this hidden lineage or hidden inheritance. And you, like I said, you may have been in the dark on it, but a lot of things are going to be exposed and brought to the light. Tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe for some of you, this may be tomorrow. But for others of you, it just means that sooner than you expect or thought, because maybe you thought there would never be any kind of resolution. But there's going to be some kind of resolution very quickly. And I don't know how quickly, but quickly as in the span of things, right? I don't want to say more than a year, but realistically, if you're in your 30s, 1 year, it ain't nothing. This makes me feel like, too, if somebody is, look at his eyes. Somebody is seeing something from a distance. Somebody is seeing somebody else fight or stand up for something in the distance. And it's like they didn't even know that you existed. They didn't even know that you existed, but then they see you and they're like, that is she, that is he, that is the one. That's the one? Wow. And they think you're a badass because here you have been standing your ground, standing on your own, taking on anything and everything solo dolo. Respect. Now, in the real world, we could talk about like this is actual family, actual lineage. Like maybe you grew up with one family and you never knew the other side of your family. And then the other side of the family, like maybe you knew a little something about them or whatever, but they didn't want to have nothing to do with you. So therefore, you're where you left off, not having them, not knowing anything about them, not being in your life. So for some of you, it's something physical like that. For others of you, this could be energetic or like lineage, like a long way back, on the way back machine, the time machine. Such as, maybe you know your family and everything and all that, but spiritually, you were ignorant of your lineage and your inheritance, i.e., for example, if you were somebody who just happened to be along the bloodline of David or of Jesus, and you had no fucking idea because we're in the modern day. We're in the modern times. Um, it's like your lack of knowledge has allowed somebody else to like take the credit or take over what is yours. Ooh, this is giving me bad, not bad vibes, but like, ooh, we're like warring vibes. Yeah, somebody, and I feel like this is on a huge scale, like world scale. Like somebody who is taking the credit, some people, some society, culture, who's taking the credit for everything that went down with Jesus and his line, Mansa Musa. That's been coming up a lot. Mansa Musa, however you want to say it or say it. That's been coming up a lot for me this week. And I'm just going to say it. What else has been coming up for me this week is how, like, the theory that slaves weren't brought here, but that they were already here because they had the capability. Kings and Kush called it. Kings in Kush and Africa. It's like Mansa Musa, if you do not know, was the richest person in the world. If you don't count his brother, who was helpful in giving him his wealth. And in my research, I discovered that for a 12-year period in Egypt, he caused inflation just by passing through and giving every fucking poor person a gold bar. Like, okay, maybe not literally a gold bar, but like that equivalent. Like, he wasn't just giving them a couple shekels. He was like, boom, gold, boom, every poor person that he saw. There was inflation in Egypt for 12 years. The motherfucker was rich. And they had the capability and the knowledge to navigate and travel by boat. I'm just saying, they did. And this is like a feeling of his story. History is his story. So when somebody comes in and they conquer a civilization or a people, the story that you hear is the story of the conqueror. And you know what they say whenever it comes to the truth? There is my side, your side, and then the truth. But I saw a meme yesterday or the other day that said, when it comes to the truth, I don't know if it said when it comes to the truth, quote, quote, but like when it comes to the truth, there's my side, your side, and the tarot cards. Wait, there's your side, of the tarot cards, something like that. I don't know. So let's get into it. It feels like somebody is taking credit for something that is not theirs, and you don't know what your lineage is, and you don't know what your inheritance is. So take that in the modern physical day now in connection with an actual family right now. Or like, let's take that to the way back machine. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That comes right after something being exposed and somebody seeing you at a distance and recognizing who you are. But there's this Queen of Swords in the reverse who I feel is the person who is digging their heels in so that you can't get to your destination. Now, one of two things. It could be that, or this could be your energy being defensive of some kind of communication that's going to end up coming in. Because somebody might come at you. They might say, oh, I'm so-and-so, and I represent blah, 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 blase, blase. And you might not be, like, sure about it. Look at my dimples. It's a double. It's a double. What are the genetic possibilities of passing down a double dimple? And what's the possibilities of a double? Anyway, I was just wondering. somebody that you share this lineage with who has denied you. Denied! They may share some, like, they may share some undeniable traits with you, physical traits or habits. Uh, where you both look alike, or you do the same things, or you have some kind of personality affect that even though you didn't know each other your whole life, they can't deny. I mean, they can try to deny, but people can see it. I'm just saying. My battery's at 10% right now, so let's go into the index cards and then we'll go into the sneaky deck. This reading's going everywhere. Don't dig for water under the outhouse. So someone could be looking for some information or looking for something that they think that they need, they feel like they need, but if they keep looking and searching and digging for it, you might find out some information that... Alright, so what I'm saying is, if you keep digging, you might find some things that are pretty disgusting to you. And it could be actually gross, like revolting, like, ugh, like queasy. Or it could just be like, that's despicable. You know? Shame on them. Trip. And maybe in the reverse. Some of you may be required or may end up taking some kind of trip after some kind of communication. Somebody reaches out to you, they may want you to come out, fly out, and maybe being in the reverse, like, okay, so maybe I'm not supposed to say maybe I'm supposed to be like, yeah, you're gonna have to take a trip. Some of y'all gonna be traveling soon. And also, just be tripping, or it's gonna trip you out. Like, groovy, man. That's wild, man. It's so wild. Sorry. I'm feeling snacky. Dried strawberries and bananas. Karmic. So it could be that family or the group of people who have shut you out of something. They may give you some kind of invitation. Woo. And it says, play with matches, you get burned. This could go one of two ways. They could feel like, oh, you mess with us, you'll regret that shit. Or it could be the other way around. Like, if you a light worker, or you got some royal lineage that you didn't even know about, royal bloodline, it's like these people want to mess with you. You play with the match. I'm the match. You play with the match. I'm gonna light this motherfucker up right now. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. What we've got here is the failure to communicate. Like I said, y'all don't have anything to do with each other. You don't talk to each other. You may be out of the loop on some things. And also, like, they point blank know, like for in my instance, gee golly, I ran out of storage again. I ran out of storage again. But I was getting ready to say, for instance, in my personal situation, I have that going on to where I didn't know my biological father, but went looking for them, looking for the family. And I finally came across some people that I'm pretty sure is them, and reached out to them. And I just keep getting like the cold shoulder and blocked out. Like, one time somebody responded to me, and then whenever he found out who I thought I was, he was like, He didn't say nothing else. So what we got here is a failure to communicate. And when you play with matches, you get burnt, especially if you're a part of the same book of matches. That's bad karma. That's bad karma. Karmic family. I only got 3% right now, so if it goes off this time, then it just goes off. Ugh. We got polka. Which is, oh, so you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? So some of you may be getting a little bit petty. I don't really have any tricks up my sleeve, but I wouldn't put it past me for sure. That could be that could be a future energy. I mean, I do petty shit sometimes, but I don't have any plans for this particular situation. But polka, the person that's reaching out to you, who like sees where you are from a distance. Like for instance, I have a post where I typed my brother and my dad, because they had the same name. I typed his name into a post that I made, and periodically I go in and I type in his name, and to see if I can find anything new that I haven't found before. So I typed it into my Facebook, and my post popped up that I had made like a couple years ago. So, for instance, if anybody else who didn't even know about me was to type in that same name also, that post might come up, and then it's like, oh, there I am. But anyhow, whoever this person is that sees you at a distance where the thing that was hidden is found, they want to dance with you. They want to tango. Like, it's like, all right, I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is some kind of an official, like a legal official, or somebody who had some kind of duty to divvy out an inheritance. But I think they're a little bit frustrated with the karmic family because they know that they're not being fully open and forthright. Or they feel like they're hiding something or something like that. So they're going to reach out to you and see if you would like to work with them. I'm getting all kinds of things. So this could be like that family situation and inheritance, and this could also be some kind of like job too. Like if somebody keeps fucking with you in your real life, and they're trying to like take things from you and keep you from moving on, or they have a death plot against you, some kind of investigator has witnessed this and they see this and they want to work with you. Ooh, no, this is the family thing because this resonates to my situation. Pregnant. Not that I am, but my mother once was a few times. Pregnant. This doesn't mean we'll be swapping spit in the shower. So somebody got pregnant, but they did not stay together long term. They just got pregnant, or, became pregnant. Like, basically, there's not going to be no living situation. Like, we're not going to be together. There is a rebel lying deep within my soul. Reverse. Winter. Reverse. I don't know if I should count all of these reverse. And patience. Reverse. Let me check real quick. I pull up. Nope, it's supposed to be in the upright. And the card that showed for me to see if it's upright or reverse was the card Beware. So there's a rebel lying deep within my soul, winter, and patience. It's like, don't give up on this or something, and it's lying deep within your soul as if in that was hereditary. Like your family member could have been a fighter, and you're a fighter too. Don't give up on something. Don't consign yourself to, oh, well, it's never going to happen, like I was saying earlier. It's like, so whenever I said tomorrow, like it could happen anytime now, like it could be in the winter time. Just be patient. Just be patient.